What we're really trying to push is 21st century learning skills. We're preparing kids for a very uncertain future. We don't know what it's going to be like when they're out working in 10, 15 years. We don't know what skills they're going to need. It's not that world anymore. So really what we are preparing them to do is to think critically, to be able to communicate, to collaborate, and to be creative.
By bringing LEGO education into the classroom, I was hoping that my students would be inspired to venture into the technology. I feel like a lot of the jobs in the future are going to be in that field, and I was hoping to get them excited.
I really love incorporating LEGO bricks into my teaching, mainly because the students love it. It's very engaging for all students to be able to have this hands-on approach to learning.
I specifically remember when I introduced the LEGO We Do Too education kits with my second graders. They immediately came to their seats and wanted to open them, and they were just beyond excited. And I think especially for my girls, it was really great to see.
Learning to code is important because it's a different way of thinking. It creates in your mind kind of a design map. And so I think it forces students to think very creatively and to experiment with different options of how do we code and how do we code efficiently.
So from my personal background of being in robotics and software, I realize now that software in many ways can just be taken for granted. It's kind of underpinning behind just about everything that anyone does in life. And as soon as you pair software with a physical manifestation of that by driving actuators and wheels and motors and having sensors, kids have a much more tangible sense of what software is and what software can do.
Being a beginner myself with coding, and I was really nervous with that piece, but I felt it was really important to implement into the classroom. I remember before teaching my students bringing the kits home with the LEGO We Do Too and playing with it myself to make sure that I could teach the kids, and it was, I found it very easy.
The other piece of it is we know that careers that our students are going to have in the future are going to be STEM careers. If they want to have good jobs, they need this training. And so it's this way of learning. It's not so much rote learning where we read and we do our numbers and that's just enough. It's a way of thinking and of thinking about how we learn. We want kids to get more metacognitive about what they're doing and be really aware of how they're learning and understanding that failure is a huge part of success.